we had a public golf course, Exeter Golf Course, and the owner there used to tell my dad, you know, I wish my son would play like your sons do. He says, why don't you get them lessons, and who knows what they could become. My dad was a worker, and he wanted us to be workers, so that's the way it was. I got married in 11th grade, so I dropped out of school, and that's what I mean. Golf was curtailed for quite a while. My brother Bill was a decent player. He's as good as I am, and he went to Hawaii. I think he qualified for the pub leagues one year, and he went to Hawaii to play. But he never pursued it, or he never liked to practice the way I did. So when he got in a tournament, he didn't have something to fall back on, I'll put it that way. You know, when you practice, you always have something to fall back on and think about to try when things aren't going good. I had that to rely on. I actually talked my wife into playing, and then when her friends stopped playing, she stopped. But this year I joined the rating for the both of us, and she started to play again, so her and I go out. So it's every bit as enjoyable. And what else? My sons never played golf until they got older. And now my second boy, he could play, he plays 54 holes in one day sometimes. So we play a lot together, and it's fun. Because he keeps telling me, I'm going down, but I hit balls all the time.
Do you really?
All the time.
Is that more enjoyable than actually playing around the golf?
Oh, I would rather hit balls than play golf, unless you have someone to compete against. To go out and play a casual round of golf, I wouldn't do it. I would rather stand and hit 100 to 150 balls with a 3 or 4 iron than play golf. It's just a good feeling. It's just a good feeling. That's where I falter. I should work a lot more on my shoot game. And I'm reading Harvey Pennick's book right now, the Little Red Book. And he said that's where you should spend more time. So I'll probably go back to doing that. The only time I played, Jay, was we sent a team into gap matches to Aronimink, and a good friend of mine, Greg Otchel, and I played him and another fella, and I believe I shot 73 and I lost 4 down, and I thought shooting 73 at Aronimink was pretty good, but I got beat pretty bad. He was noted, maybe the second best player to Bobby Jones as far as an amateur. Buddy, I didn't get to play with Buddy in the Patterson, but I won by a shot. But I did play in the semifinals, and I don't think neither one of us played good. But he was a notch above me. Just, you know, even Siegel, you knew who was better. You just knew match play. You had a chance. We played, actually, I don't remember how many times we played against each other in the Berks County, because I didn't play that much after a certain time. But the one year at Heidelberg, like I say, we went 5 extra holes and he won. He too was a notch above me, you know, but you never know in golf. Bucky has many times, he played in a Reading member guest. Him and I played at the Sullivan in Lebanon together, and he was a good ball striker. Well, I played against Brookerson a couple times, and fortunately I played in Springhaven, was able to win. But I also played him at Huntington Valley, and you couldn't beat him there. Alan Sussel was a name that I remembered because a friend of mine, Jim Rudder, played him in the finals of the Philly Amateur and lost to him. But one of the guys that I caddied for knew him well.
Okay.
And he was another one of those like myself. Even though somebody was better, you knew you had a chance if you got it going. All those players played as junior players. To get away from them, we have a player in Berks County, and I can't think of his name right now, but his parents sent him to all the junior tournaments. He played on the tour, played in the U.S. Open, Emlyn Aubrey. So I assimilate with Jay and Buddy, Chip, in that respect. You know, they were members of country clubs. They were able to play junior tournaments, state tournaments. It's the experience they have, and you can see that in them, as opposed to being from a public course and not playing a lot. I would have to say for weeks to play in a Philly Amateur would schedule my vacation around that time. I just couldn't say, I'm going to play in that tournament, and then the following week I'm going to go to here and play, and then the following week play here. So I had to, you know, be very choosy as to when I could play. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, you know, I made my life, and I accomplished a lot, you know, for the chances I had. And there's not many people who can say they won what I won, you know, so it was fun. I would say 95% of the people were extremely nice. There was always someone in every case where you were a little uncomfortable being around. But overall, I'll say this, Philadelphia Golf Association, the people in that section were tremendous, tremendous. I mean, when I met guys like Dave Bergerson, Bucky Earhart, Jimmy Frazier, I mean, Ben Goldman. I even get a letter. I caddied for his brother here one day, and he reminded me, you know, he talked to Ben. They sent me a letter saying how much fun it was. So they were nice. They were extremely. It was a tremendous experience.